Good morning. In this video, I'm going to discuss the idea of accumulation point or limit point. According to our definition, if you have a topological space, a pair of a non-empty set X and a topology on X, and a point P, element of X. By the way, the elements of that non-empty set X are called as points. So a point P, element of X, is an accumulation point or limit point of a subset A of X. This A is not necessarily a set belonging to the topology. It is any subset of X. So that point P, element of X, is an accumulation point of a subset A of X if and only if every set belonging to the topology contains a point of A different from P. That is, for every open set, meaning for every set belonging to tau, to the topology, if point P belongs to that open set, then the intersection of A and that open set without P is not empty. In other words, a point P, element of X, is not an accumulation point if you can find at least one open set belonging to the topology that does not satisfy this. Okay, meaning if that open set that contains the point P and the intersection of your A with that open set without P, okay, is empty, then P is not an accumulation point. And then if you collect all the accumulation points of A, you form another set, which we call as the derived set of A. And we denote that by A prime. But as illustrate this by considering the set X with elements A, B, and C, and tau with elements X, empty set, the set containing B and the set containing B and C. We can verify that this is a topology on X, and therefore the pair of X and tau is a topological space. Now, consider the set A with elements A and B. Our objective here is to find or to determine which of the points of X are accumulation points. And then after that, we will collect those accumulation points and form that as a set. We denote that by A prime. And you call that collection of accumulation points as the derived set of A. So let's start first with the point A. Now look at your topology. Okay, these are the elements of your tau. Which of these contains A? Only X contains A, right? So based on this definition here, your X contains A, and we're going to check if the intersection of your A and that X without P, without A, is non-empty. If it is non-empty, then that means that A is an accumulation point. But if it is empty, then it means that A is not an accumulation point. Why only consider X? Because there's no other set belonging to tau that contains A. That's why we only considered this X. So that means that you only verify this property here when the open set, meaning the elements or the set belonging to tau contains the point. And this is described here as follows, no? So A is a limit point of A. Why? Because A that contains X in tau, okay, that contains A, and the intersection of our set A, okay, with X without A is B. And of course, this is not empty. That's why A is a limit point of A. Okay, now what about B? So let's check on B. Look at the set belonging to tau. There are 3 sets, okay, that contains B. We have X, we have the set containing B, and the set containing B and C. If you check X, okay, X minus B and intersect it with A, it is not empty. And also BC minus B intersect with A, it is not empty. But if you consider the set containing B, no, and then remove B from that, you have an empty set. Intersect it with A, the result is an empty set. So therefore, this B is not an accumulation point, right? And this is described here in detail. So B is not a limit point of A since B belongs to the set containing B, okay, in tautology, and the intersection of that set minus B is empty, and intersected with A, it is also an empty set, right? So that's why B is not a limit point of A. That's what I reiterated here in our definition. If you can find at least one set belonging to tau that contains that point, and the intersection of that set minus the point, no, with A is empty, then that point is not a limit point of A. Now, so we're done with A. A is a limit point. B is not a limit point. What about C? Now, let's check in the set belonging to tau, which set contains C. Of course, we have X, and we have this set whose elements are B and C, right? We will check X. X minus C is the set with AB, right? Intersect it with A, the intersection is AB, and it is not empty. So we cannot yet conclude that C is an accumulation point, because we also have to check another set that contains B and that contains C. And we will consider this one. No? So this set BC minus C is the set with B only. It is a singleton. Okay. Intersect it with A. Of course, the result is the set containing B, and it is not empty. So these 2 sets belonging to tau satisfies this property. Okay. So what can we say about C. C is an accumulation point or a limit point. And this is described here in detail. So C is a limit point of A since C belongs to X. That's a set belonging to tau that contains C. Okay. And then the intersection of X minus C with A is AB, which is not empty. And we have also to check the other sets that contains C. The set with elements B and C, right? So C belongs to BC, and BC, the set with BC minus C is B, the set with B na lang, intersect it with A, okay? And the intersection is the set containing B, and this is not empty. So every set belonging to tau that contains C satisfies this property. Therefore, C is a limit point. And after that, we're going to collect those limit points. So we have A and C, put it together in a set and denote that by A prime. So A prime is the set with elements A and C. And we call this the derived set of A, okay? So that's what we mean by derived set of A. And for your exercise, please do number 1 and number 2. And thank you. God bless as you watch and listen.